Good day everyone, welcome from across the world. I'll be showing you today how to make delicious homemade meat pie. Do stay tuned and keep watching. I intend to make 15 to 17 mince pies or meat pies if you would like. You would need 2 packs of 500 gram mince meat, 1 potato, 1 clove of onion. And of course, I've chopped up the potatoes and onions into tiny pieces. For ingredients, I've used 1 stock cube, half a teaspoon of garlic, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, and 1 teaspoon of thyme. I've also added a 1/4 cup of water into the mixture. I'm sure you'll be wondering why I've done this instead of having to fry the mince meat. I've used mince meat that contains 15% fat, which is equivalent to about 260 calories. So I'm just going to cook the meat. So I'm just showing the 2 packs, as you can see, 1 clove of onion and 1 piece of potato. I'm going to cook this in the pot for about, say, 20 to 30 minutes and allow the water dry up. As you can see, the water is drying up, leaving you with the oil from the meat. So at this point, I add 1 teaspoon of pepper and stir. For this tutorial, I've had to use 250 gram of plain wheat flour, 100 gram of self-raising flour, and about 3 scoops of butter. What you then do is to pour the whole mixture into a bowl and you start mixing. You mix until you get a good consistency. Then you add a 1/4 cup of water and 1 teaspoon of salt. Then you start kneading again until you get a very good consistency. So you knead for, say, around 15 minutes. You do this consistently until you get a very good looking dough. If you feel you need to add probably more flour, do so, or if you think you do need to add maybe probably a dash of water to gain a good consistency, you can as well do so. So you keep kneading until you get a very good consistency. As you can see, that it's formed really well. You just keep doing that. Like as you can see, I've had to sprinkle a dash of water because I did notice that the dough was a little bit cracked. So I just, kept kneading and kneading until I got the right consistency for the dough. So the next thing you'd have to do is to get your rolling pin and you roll out the dough. So you take a little batch, you roll out the dough, roll it out smoothly, then you use a knife to cut out a circle. So once you've rolled the dough and it's flat and it's about probably 5 mm thick, you then get a knife and cut out the dough. You roll out the rest, you then get a spoon and you scoop out about, probably depending on the size of the dough you cut out, you could probably do like about 1.5 or 1.5 tablespoons. That should be fine. Once you've done that, you then lift the dough up gently and you cover it. Then you use a fork to seal the mince in place, as you can see. Don't worry if the dough isn't looking very if it's not looking very proper, just go ahead as so. You repeat the process for the number of mince pie or meat pies that you intend to make. Make sure to seal it up correctly, and using the fork to seal the edges. I'm going to use this opportunity to explain the reason why I haven't used oil to fry the mince. Already, the mince meat already contains 15% fat, and that is already enough oil. For the 500 gram of mince meat, so I've used two 500 gram packs, which is equivalent to 1,000 grams of mince meat. So in total, you're looking at about 520 calories. So if we were to add oil to the mince meat, that would increase the calorie total. So we don't want to do that. We need to eat healthy. So the best way to go about doing this is to boil the meat. Keep boiling it. Boil it at very low temperature so that you don't burn the mince meat. You boil it. Keep boiling it until the water is dried up. And once it's dried up, you will see that the oil from the mince would then appear at the bottom of the pot. So that ultimately shows and tells you that you don't really need to fry the mince. I just believe in this day and age we need to make better food choices. The less calories you ingest, the better for your health overall. The next thing we need to do now is to coat the meat pie in egg yolk. I am coating the meat pie in egg yolk in order to give the meat pie, after it's been baked, a golden glaze. You can skip this part if you choose, but if you want to give the meat pie like an aesthetic look, you can do this. Further down towards the end of the tutorial, you will see that I have coated some of the meat pie in egg yolk and some not in egg yolk, so that you can see how it looks and choose what you would prefer to do. Once you finish coating the meat pie in egg yolk, you pop it in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 25 minutes, and that should be enough to bake the meat pie. But depending on your oven, if you're using a more compact oven, it could take less than required. So voila, the meat pie is ready and has been thoroughly baked. Doesn't this look absolutely scrumptious? Yum, yum, yum. The two meat pie in front was coated in egg, while the remaining three meat pies at the end of the screen haven't been coated in egg. So you can see the golden glaze for those two meat pies coated in egg, while the remaining three haven't. So depending on how you want your meat pie to present, you can decide what method to use. So thank you very much for watching this video for its entire length. Do subscribe. Love you. Bye.